Hold out your hand for me to go. Wasn't scared to see you, always knew it in my bones. That something here was bound to take me home. You said you don't know me well, but I'm your angel and white. I'll be close if you come, I'll be just behind you. You're not on the list, but I can get you inside. Use your mind, listen to my voice and listen, guide you. Give yourself over, yeah, you don't wanna fight. If you do, I'm gonna bid you a hard, cold goodnight, baby. Hang on till you take a chance and win, alright. And if you don't trust it, hold it hard to the light. Connecting the dots, black spots in my vision. I'll be blaming it on divine intuition.